Hello guys! We are finally back from our camping expedition. It's supposed to take us 3 days, but as you know us already, it took us 12. But guys, the experience was amazing.
Seriously, man. We couldn't wait to get back so that we could share this story with you. There were moments that were rather disappointing. Eh?
We'll share with you in this video.
Yeah, but most of the trip was insane. There were moments that were, I can only say, probably the best
in our life.
If you are planning on traveling to Brazil, you have to include South Rio. The places that we've seen there are beyond what your imagination can even capture. This video is going to be about our camping trip to Ilha Grande and a bit of footage from Angra dos Reis, the little town that we had to catch a boat from. Let me start by introducing you to our friends. Igor, who's a jiu-jitsu coach, and Diego, who plays online poker. They made this trip possible for us, and if it weren't for them, we wouldn't have experienced
what we experienced there.
Pretty much the best experience of our life. For those people out there watching this video today that don't understand yet that traveling is not really about the places that you see, but it's more about the people that you meet along the way. By putting yourself out there, having conversations, getting to know people, understanding how they live, listening to their crazy stories. For me, it really does just shed light on making you realize that you have more than what you thought you had. For me, traveling and experiencing travel through people gives you a different perspective on your life. Earlier this year, I was in Sri Lanka in February actually, and that's where I met Igor. At the time, I had absolutely no idea that I would ever see this guy again. Never alone did I think that he would be taking me on an adventure of a lifetime just a few months later. When I got to Rio, I was posting some stories on Instagram and he reached out to me and just let me know that him and some friends were planning a camping trip on the weekend, and did we want to join them?
Of course.
Well, yeah, that's it. It didn't take us much convincing. We went straight out, we bought a tent, we rented a car, and we left the very next day. We picked them up along the way so that we could all drive in one car.
And on this note, guys, people in Brazil, they work on their own time. So we really had to get used to and adjust towards a slow-mo and slower tempo, especially after such a fast tempo in Dubai.
So after we picked them up, the first stop on our journey was this tiny little town called Angra dos Reis.
Have you heard about summer snow? When it falls on you, your blood runs cold. But don't you sweat your pretty skin, 'cause it melts away for it sinks in. And you dream about this very night, when the moon runs down the summer sky.
It's this town that's almost like trapped in time. It's a small little town on the water, filled with boats. The streets are cobblestone. It's beautiful. We only spent one night there because we needed to wake up really early the next day so that we could catch a boat to Ilha Grande, the big island. We apparently all gonna fit on this boat. It's packed already.
Peace, people. Social distancing.
Have they not seen the movie Titanic?
Do you ever feel like going back when nothing seemed to be a drag? You ran until your legs gave way.
Which is actually quite ironic because it's called the Big Island, but the island has no roads and no cars. So we actually had quite a mission when we arrived there because we had a lot of stuff and we had to walk about 20 minutes.
Not walk, hike.
To find the perfect spot to put our tent. And we're off.
Down the river, high tide flows around here, through the whispers of
Oh, great.
I hear them sing, the more you love, the more you live.
And this is the only way you can get around the island, is on this little path. So this, my friends, is adventure.
Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live. Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them.
Terrible news. We were flying the drone on tracking mode, and now it is stuck somewhere in this mountain. For some reason the obstacle detection was not on my side, so that's what we're busy doing right now, is trying to find the drone. To give you an idea of the size of this island, Eagle has done a hike around the island before. He said it took him 4 days. That's not even the craziest thing that he told us on this trip. A few years ago, he and his cousin drove from Brazil to Alaska. Now, if that doesn't absolutely blow your mind, they did the journey in a Beetle. It took them over 8 months to complete the journey. While Eagle was telling us all these stories, it seriously gave me so much motivation to get out there and to do the things that seemed impossible. When they set out on this journey, all their friends told them that they would never make it. One of the most inspiring parts of this story was when he told us that they did all the calculations before they left, and they knew that they didn't even have enough money to make it past Central America. They left anyway. And along the way, they built a social media page, they sold merchandise, stickers, and they received donations from their audience. In the end, they made it all the way to Anchorage in Alaska. For me, this was like a fire being lit in my boots. I am always so caught up on the details. And the truth is, there's never a perfect time for anything in life. The universe will always favor bravery. The worst thing that we can do is sit around planning and miss that window of opportunity.